Ooh, my light. Toss all this in here. Okay. Hey everyone, Chris here. In this video, I'm going to talk about the 5 essential products that I purchased initially right after I injured my Achilles. So for context, I've injured my Achilles playing basketball in a tournament maybe 4 weeks ago. Yeah, this is week 4. And this isn't my first Achilles injury. In 2022, I injured my left Achilles doing the same thing, playing in a basketball tournament. Now I'm documenting this process of rehabbing, going through the surgical route from injury to repair to full activity again. It's a common injury in people in their 30s and 40s, especially you guys that are out there still playing sports and still doing things that you love and doing those activities. I've watched a lot of people's journeys on YouTube, and I thought it would be helpful to share my journey, at least in this case, and some of my past experiences. My heart goes out to you. I wish you a speedy recovery, and hopefully some of these tips are gonna help. I know they've helped me and made the process go so much smoother. So let's get into it. So these are in no particular order, but I just listed them out. The first one's gonna be a shower chair. So in the first couple weeks, you're gonna be non-weight bearing. If you go the surgical route, or even if you go the non-surgical route, you'll be in a boot. Getting in and out of a shower is gonna be really risky. Most of the studies of a re-rupture occur when you're stepping in and out of the shower. So having a plastic chair or something that's waterproof where you can sit down is just gonna put your mind at ease. You can take care of business in the shower and not worry about stepping or slipping or moving incorrectly to bring you back to this place that you've already, worked so hard mentally to try and get to. So plastic chair, get one. You can get one off of Amazon. You can get one off of Facebook Marketplace. Pretty easy to purchase. I got mine from Lowe's. Yeah, just make that happen. Second thing kind of pertains to your nutrition, and that is bone broth. I'm not going to explain bone broth, but I'm about 3 weeks post-op, and I've been drinking bone broth every day since then. And the idea behind it is that the bone broth has connective collagenous components, and that's going to help nourish the tendon and my injury. It kind of offers this comfort that going through this injury and I can't walk and move, but yeah, so bone broth. I'm not sponsored by any means, but I get this brand called Kettle and Fire from just any grocery store, and it tastes pretty good. And I add a little bit more salt to it. But what I like about it is that it gives you about 17 to 20 grams of protein depending on the package that you get. I've been taking it as a replacement for like a morning coffee, and bang, I'm hitting macros. 2, I'm also nourishing my injury, and it's also warm and cozy. It's a little bit pricey. If I had it my way, and if I was a little bit more mobile, I'd go to a butcher and just get some knuckle bones, or I would talk to my hunting buddies and see if they can hook me up with some moose collagenous connective tissue kind of bones and make my own bone broth. But in this case, I'm just going to the store. So, bone broth. Number 3 is a shoe lift, and in this case, it's going to be an even up. Mine's in the mail right now. I'll probably do a whole video about the even up. But the idea here is that in my previous injury, when I hurt my Achilles the last time, once I got out of the boot and into shoes, I had this weird limp because the boot that you're in is about a couple inches higher than any type of shoe. So the even up is going to help balance that when you're coming out of wearing the boot. The other thing too is that it's going to be easy on your joints. So just walking with that limp is going to really put a little bit of strain on your joints, but it's important to wear the boot because you're protecting your injury, of course. I haven't used this yet, but if I use it on my left Achilles a couple of years back, I think I wouldn't have had such a awkward limp, and it would have been a smoother transition in the rehab process. So number 4 is the knee scooter. So the knee scooter is probably one of the bigger investments. I found mine off of Marketplace. But if you're a busy individual like me that needs to get from point A to point B, the knee scooter is gonna be the game changer that you're gonna need to get. If you're trying to get from longer distances, getting to appointments, going to the grocery store, you got activities and chores, being on wheels is gonna make you so much more efficient and faster. Bonus points if you get a basket. Basket's gonna help free up so you can have your hands actually on the scooter and you're not doing anything risky to put your injury at risk. Some other people that made videos bought like a knee cushion. I haven't had to use one yet, but my knee does kind of get a little bit sore after a while if I'm scooting around for a long time. So that's something to be mindful of. The other thing too is that you're issued crutches, I think, hopefully with your surgeon if you do go the surgery route, but they get painful under your arms after a while. And yeah, it's just nice. It's nicer to be mobile. So in summary, the scooter makes errands and walks and your life a lot easier. So the fifth and final product that I got within the first few weeks of my Achilles injury is the PegLeg or the iWalk. So I actually picked this one up secondhand from Facebook Marketplace. I'm actually borrowing it from the person. It's really kind of them to actually trust somebody to borrow it. I'm planning on giving it back. It's a really helpful thing because it frees up your hands. So when you're doing household chores or you need to have your hands free, it gives you a little bit more mobility and you can kind of still stand, you know, at the height that you're currently at without having to be rid of your hands. If you're relatively fit and confident on your feet, this is a good product for you. If you aren't, you probably should not get it. And I say that because it's just kind of a strange transition when you're first starting out. So even if you are gonna use it, make sure you watch the videos and practice on something where there's a handrail or where it's safe, because going up and down stairs, there's a little bit of a learning curve. So just make sure you take your time, read the instructions, watch the videos, and be as safe as you possibly can. There's nothing worse than the idea of re-injuring yourself and having to start all over. So these are the 5 products that I purchased within the first few weeks of rupturing my Achilles. If you're going through this, I hope you have a speedy recovery, and I hope this video helps. Hang in there, it gets better. Yeah, I wish you all the best. Thank you for watching. I will see you in the next video, hopefully, and take care. Be